Hello everybody, welcome to another story. We are in Sheffield Botanical Gardens, and what you can see behind me is an old bear pit. That's right, in the 19th century, if you were in Sheffield, you could go to the Botanical Gardens and see some bears. This happened in other cities in England, it wasn't just here. It was a thing, the 19th century, crazy. Anyway, I'll get into the story. So, Sheffield Botanical Gardens opened in July of 1836, and the bears were here when the garden was opened. But very quickly they were deemed a nuisance. Poor bears. I'm walking you in there, look how small it is. Apparently there was a tree in the middle, and that was its entertainment. They were deemed smelly, loud, and a nuisance, so they were removed. And there is no sign of bears here in the 1840s. Imagine it was here where the bears were kept if they needed to do work. Fucking hell. Sorry to swear. My god. It ain't big. That's crazy. 1839, when Sheffield Botanical Gardens were told grizzly bears aren't in keeping with a botanical gardens, shock horror, they were removed by a Henry Hunlock, who had a menagerie of animals, donated 2 black bears back to Sheffield Botanical Gardens. Why did so many people have bears in the 19th century? What else was going on? So 2 black bears were now in this pit behind me with that singular tree, which survived a lot of literal shit. They were back here for people to gawp at. The people of the 19th century, if a gibbet wasn't good enough, black bears in a cage. Not that different to a zoo, but I find it wild. We can go for a little wander around to the top. Bonus content. Lucky people. There's squirrels in this place. The tamest squirrels I've ever seen. One just ran on my leg, literally. Never had that happen before. Look at the autumn leaves, how beautiful. I was just down there, and this is where people would come and stare at the bear. So, like some local historians have done the research into this, it's nothing to do with me. But after black bears were put back in here in 1855, very, very quickly, 1859 again, they were deemed smelly and dangerous. And a local historian has found a advertisement for 2 black bears to be for sale. Why did everybody want black bear? I'm so confused. So They were sold again in 1859. But a rumour in Sheffield, or a myth, a legend, has lived on that a baby died in that bear pit. It was peering over, a woman peered the baby over to look at the bears, and she dropped the baby, and the bears killed the baby. But this is said to have been started by John Ewing, who took over as being curator of Sheffield Botanical Gardens in 1858, a year before the bears were sold. And the myth was started in the 20th century, and by all accounts it is just a myth. So this is apparently where the kid was dropped. So I think if it was a baby... Did you notice the pair of scissors? What? There's a random weapon in Sheffield Botanical Gardens. So yeah, if the baby was dropped, it would have just died. It's quite a long way down. Anyway, so like I said in the intro, there were other bear pits around the UK. I've not done much research into it, but there's one abandoned one in Leeds. Why did everybody have bears? Somebody answer me. I'm so intrigued. I know the British Isles did once have bears and they became extinct, but long before the 19th century, I'm sure. But this one is kept, and the reason it's in such good condition and a grade 2 listed building is because it was a huge compost heap. That's right, the Botanical Gardens kept compost in here, and that's the only reason it ever remained. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Just a very quick one as I'm in Sheffield. Peace. Oh, please like and subscribe. Very important. And yeah, have a good week.